Yes, gents, how we doing? What is going on? So what we're talking about today is how to find time, okay? Because, well, find time in inverted commas, because like time is a sort of like, obviously it's finite, okay? It's only 24 hours in a day, and like, so most people sort of reason or justification for not doing stuff is just they don't have time, okay? But time is just priorities, because what we get done in a day is top of our priorities, okay? That takes sort of priority over other stuff that we don't get done, okay? Makes sense? Because like say, you go to work, that takes priority over anything else. Like getting up a certain time or doing, if you're watching this now, this is taking priority over something else you could be watching on YouTube or something else, whatever, or doing work or whatever, okay? Whatever you do, like whether it's watching TV at that time, that is the top priority to you right there, instead of perhaps doing something else, instead of sort of, I don't know, like exercising or whatever, okay? That is that priority at that time, okay? So you just have to realize this, okay? So just, okay, right, time is just priorities. Number one. And then again, how to find time. So, okay, so perhaps it is a priority for you and time is tight, but how can you sort of like, how can we free up more time? How can we sort of like make more time available, okay? So first of all, we need to sort of, you might be thinking, oh, I haven't got any time. Okay, first we need to know how you're spending your time. Okay, how does your time sort of, what do you do during your time, okay? Because people say they're busy, okay? Busy doesn't mean anything, okay? Everyone's busy, okay? But there's a difference between busy and productive, busy and actually efficient and effective, okay? Because busy is just sort of being on your phone. You just, oh yeah, I'm so busy, but then you're not really doing anything that's contributing. You're not really doing anything. Oh, I'm so busy in work. Like, no, you're just in work. You're not really doing anything productive. You're not really doing anything effective. You're doing stuff like over sort of 8 hours, you could do in 2, okay? If you're actually productive and you're actually in flow and you're actually focused, okay? And this is what you have to understand. So you have to really evaluate like how you're spending your time, okay? Right, what time do you get up? Okay, every half an hour, just review what you did during that previous 30 minutes. Right, okay, got up, okay, right, what have I done for that third 30 minutes, okay? What next 30 minutes? Like, say you get up at 7 to 7:30, what do I do? 7:30 to 8, 8 to 8:30, 9 to 8:30 to 9, 9 to 9:30, and you literally go through this, or like perhaps start with every hour, okay? What have I just done sort of in the last hour? Is this so productive? Could I have like done it quicker, okay? What is this stuff I wasted my time on? And you start sort of actually seeing this and how long things take, and I like sort of how sort of you have the reality check and just like, man, I'm wasting so much time. I'm taking so long to do this. I could do this email in 10 minutes rather than 40, okay? And then again, you've got 30 minutes banked up there. And then you're just like, I don't need to sort of, oh man, I actually watched like 2.5 hours of Netflix last night and start like 20 minutes of it was scrolling and then stuff I didn't really want to watch. I'm just like, oh wow, that's like, I could save an hour there easily, okay? Then I was just on my phone for a bit. Then I was just sort of like doing this unnecessarily. And I don't know what I did here. And then you've just got like all this time just banked up. And just like, right, okay, how can I be more effective? How can I use this? So then you see the time. Okay, right, what can I do instead here? Okay, where could I sort of, right, perhaps could I put like it's more effective? That can really contribute to where I want to go. Okay, right, okay, in the morning, oh yeah, like, in this 20 minutes, yeah, what can I do instead? Could I meditate? Could I read? Could I do some journaling? Okay. Could I prep some food? Get my gym kit ready? Could I plan my day? Plan my week? Okay. Could I listen to some sort of like podcast? Whatever. Could I spend time with my partner or my kids? Whatever. Okay. Could I play with those for sort of just like presently for 20 minutes instead of sort of, and I do like instead of just being on my phone, I don't need to be on, okay? Because it's like, look your screen time report. You look at that and like, how much time you spend. It's like, wow, I spent like sort of like, wow, like a day a week just on my phone and like doesn't really achieve much. Right, okay, I'm on this app. Look how much, like, how can I be using this better? Okay, and you start going through this. You have to start analysing and becoming aware of how you're spending your time. And you realise, wow, okay, I have so much time. And again, like, I'm just not making the stuff I want to a priority, okay? Because if it's a priority, I'd sort of like, I'm going to take that out and put the stuff I want to do in there, okay? So then you start stacking your time and just becoming a lot more effective and you get all this stuff done that really matters to you, that is a higher priority, because you're more effective with your time, you're more productive, okay? And then the next thing is like sort of focusing and just sort of the stuff you do need to get done. can you get it done quicker? Okay, I just sort of, like I said, you're busy, but are you taking all day to do stuff? Okay, are you just sort of hitting a keypad and not really getting anywhere, or just having like sort of conversations just dragging out that just don't need to be? Okay, they just need to sort of speak to this person, just get it done there. Okay, and you just, like I said, watching so much of stuff where you don't really need to. Okay, can you sort of dial it in perhaps half the time? It normally takes an hour. Could you do it in 30 minutes? Whatever, okay? And you make decisions quicker, and you do this. And then, like I said, you've done this, and then like sort of the normal stuff you do over your full day, you've done in just half the day now. And then you've just got all this time free, and it's like, wow, I've got so much more time in my schedule. I've got so much more time now, because I'd spend sort of 20 minutes trying to write this sort of post, and now I've done it in sort of like 2 minutes, whatever, or I've done like sort of, this is what I go through all the time. I'm just like, I haven't got any time, but then I'm just like, I can do this video, now it's getting 4 or 5 minutes, whatever. I haven't got time, but it's 4 or 5 minutes. You actually kidding me? And then I can stack something else on top of that, just like a post on top of that, and then stack something else. And then what would have taken me perhaps 30 minutes, I've now done in like less than 10. Okay, so I've got 20 minutes banked up there. Then I've got sort of, a workout, perhaps again, instead of just like, thinking about sort of, I'll do a bit of this, and I'll do a bit of that, and just sort of not really tracking the time and not really being effective, then instead of just being sort of, 50 minutes, now it's done like 30 minutes, it's concentrated, whatever, okay? And and then sort of, instead of just doing something and then sort of just having to check stuff, and then like just reading some messages, check for notifications, and then going into the other task, and sort of, that's sort of like 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, removing that and just go from this into the next task, bounce it, and you collapse the time. Okay, you stack things. Okay, and this is wow. Okay, this is all done, and I was just like, look at the time. I've got so much time. I've got so much more. I can add in this stuff, and I can do this as well. Okay, and this is what you got to understand, is how to find time. So it's a case of really evaluating how you spend your time, because I guarantee you, like, you say you're busy, you say you haven't got time, but when you actually confront it, you've got loads of time. Like we all have. Like it's like when you say, I don't eat that much, but then you track it on my fitness plan, you're like, wow, I eat more than I thought. Okay, I haven't spent that much. Then you get your credit card bill. Wow, I've spent more than I thought. Okay, or you check your bank account. Yeah, it's always it's the same principle. Okay, we lie to ourselves. Our mind lies to us, tells us stories that we're so busy, we're flat out, and we're just thinking of new words to get out sort of how busy we are. And you're not that flat out. Okay, so much more ways you can be effective. Okay, or perhaps you are busy, but you're just not really productive. You're not really effective at all. You could do that in sort of half the time. Okay, that's what you need to get to. Just like, I'm just taking like sort of so long to do this, like to make this like whatever. No. You can be doing it half the time, and then that opens up time you could be doing something else. Okay, and this is what you got to go through, and then sort of okay, what are my priorities as well? Okay, what do I want to get done? What's my priority? I need to get stuff done in terms of the 4 or 5 areas of life, in terms of my family, my fitness, my mindset, and then my sort of perhaps my business or my career, my finances. I need to attack these areas. Okay, so I'm going to do my work. I'm going to smash that, be more productive, get more stuff done. Then I'm going to sort of like smash up my sort of my body, my fitness. Okay, really attack that workout, get my meals prepped again, and nail those. Okay, then in terms of my sort of family, I'm going to spend present time with those, connect to those, sort of really appreciate those. Then sort of in terms of my mindset, I'm going to meditate, going to journal, going to read. Okay, and you bam, you're stacking these things because you've got all this time and you made them priorities, and you just realizing what you want to get done is a priority. Okay, I hope that helps, gents. I hope it gives you some like an insight to it, because I guarantee, you've got time. You just like think how you spent your time. It's as of recording this, it's like 10:30 on a Monday. What have you done since you've been awake? Okay, like people go into the office and just like, okay, I got so much work to do, and I stay. But like, sort of, what you do doing, like, how productive you have a conversation, like catch up with everyone, then you sort of like do like back and forth, like sort of co-workers, or you're just on calls and just like, and then in between them you just like not doing much and just doing emails, and then it's just you got the TV on the background and just like. Yeah, like if I've got this sort of, it's always nice to say, I'll do some work and I'll have the TV on, but it just never gets done. Okay, you don't watch the TV and you don't actually get any work done. Okay, the work output is crap. Okay, so I've realized that, and I'm just like, I'm either going to watch TV and commit to that and understand what's going on, or I'm going to work. Okay, doing them both at the same time is not going to work. Okay, you convince yourself there, it's fine, but you actually get nothing done. It's actually terrible productivity. So I'd rather just like turn the TV off, right, 30 minutes here, focused, and go get some stuff done. Bam, that's done. So much more productive than if I just sat there and watched a film for like 2 hours and just like nowhere near enough quality or the same sort of like output. And it's just, you got to look at things, that's how you spend your time like that. And that's how you free up your time. So then you've like, bam, I do this focus thing on this one task, nail it in this like time block, and then I'll go on to something else. And that's how you get so much more done and really move forward each day. Hope that helps, Shens. Any question you've got, reach out.